probably play the intro when you're ready.
What?
Oh, but it'll be on.
Oh, I'm live. How is everyone today? We are going to do something a little special. I sent a little text message out to everybody because I'm super pumped about this episode. I was left, it's funny, I didn't say this earlier, but I was left extremely inspired and motivated. And I got what I accomplished with having Wes there. He was in the studio, so it was really great to jam with him in person. By the way, if you're ever in the San Diego area or Southern California area and you want to be on the podcast, let me know because you could come and join me in the studio. Otherwise, I'm here in my sunroom. I love it. I have my doggy here and get to, hold on, I got to get this video here. Get to, just enjoy kind of being outside, which is cool. So, but anyway, what I was going to say is, Wes, if you're here, and for anybody listening, after the episode, I was like, man, I really want my son. My son's 14 and I really want him to listen to it. And so we literally just got it edited, y'all. And, I'm just now getting the video. So, let me bring it up here and we'll get going. So who's with me? Who's with me? Give me a what? We always do these live. We will post the edited, the original episode without all my ranting here live on YouTube and all the podcast platforms. But Jen, I don't know what's going on. It's coming over as 0 bytes. Like it's not doing anything. Oh, because it's taking a while for me to receive it. Are you able to share your screen? Or do you have to be added to the stage? This is my first time doing it, so. Look at me, I'm all natural today. I love it. It's pretty warm here in San Diego today. This long sleeve shirt was not a good idea. All right, we got renovation to perfection here. Thanks so much for chiming in. We got Canada with us. Y'all, while we're waiting to get this video, let's talk, man. Let me know what you're up to, where you're joining in from, and if you have any questions. We got a whole crew here that can help you out. And of course, I'm here live. So let me know. I don't even see it anymore, Jen. I don't know how to see it. It just shows up as 0 bytes. It's a long episode, but it's so worth it, you guys. 17 gigabytes. Hassan is here. He says, hey, love it. Love it, love it, love it. You guys hear me clicking. All right, well, we're live. So we got a few folks here again. Keep chiming in. Let me know who you are and where you're calling from and tell me what's new. What is something that you are excited about? Here at Deck Builder Marketers, whenever we have meetings, it is, bam, I think we're getting it. Yes, we're making progress. Here at Deck Builder Marketers, whenever we have a meeting, of any kind, internally, externally, we always want to know what one of your wins is. What's going on, Jen? Why is it? Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's going to take forever. But we always want to know, what's a win, right? Because I think as business owners, at least I know I do. I'm always like, okay, what are the problems? What do I need to solve? Instead of really taking a second to embrace the good things, right? Like there's a lot of forward movement. And the thing is I feel like if you can just get forward by 1% more each day, you're going to have a lot of progress in no time. And there's a lot of really good books out there that preach the same thing. So if you don't recognize it, I think it's sometimes it's hard to really know what's going on when you're in it. You know what I mean? And so if you can take a minute to share some sort of a win, either personally or professionally, before you get into the business stuff, it's nice. It kind of sets the stage for the meeting and gets you to focus on what's important and really realize the things that you've accomplished. I think as humans, we just tend to naturally gravitate towards. I think Rebecca's here.
If you want me to just share my screen, April, but I'm gonna have to hop on for a minute on camera.
Okay, that's fine. Jen's gonna join in. She's here. You might have to mute.
Okay.
So Jen's the one that like gets all the gears running around here and deals with all of my requests because there's a lot. I want to do everything now. I have too many ideas on how to help y'all and spread the love. So she's gonna join in. Jen, you got to say hi now.
I can't because we'll have feedback.
Yeah, we're in the same room, so.
Oh, I don't know how to share my screen though.
It's just right, the buttons at the bottom, right in the middle. There's a screen with a plus.
Yep, got it.
And then you, well, I wonder how it's gonna work with.
Oh, video.
I think I could do a solo layout. We are testing things out, you guys. I hope that you are working and doing something and listening in while we get this set up. If things could go smoothly every time, where would we be as a world? Living in perfectionism.
They're gonna see a little bit of my
We talked about this a little bit yesterday. I had a guest on, also a really good podcast. I'm going to tell you the last few podcasts we've had, absolutely amazing. I was explaining this to some of my friends yesterday that I'm like, I have this podcast that I do once a week, and it's for deck builders and outdoor living contractors. And, we talk about the business side of, construction and deck building. And, my goal is really to enable all of you guys and give you guys the tools and resources to be successful, because at the end of the day, our mission here at Deck Builder Marketers is to make an impact. Yeah.
Do you want to check to see?
Oh, let's see. I think we might have something here. Bump, 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 bump. Nope. Don't see anything. Nope. Anyway, what was I saying? So, yeah. So a few episodes ago, we had Phil Parsons on from KP Homescape. And I would say the big takeaway with that one, and make sure you go to welovedeckbuilders.com. It goes to our podcast page, and you could see upcoming episodes and past episodes. And you could also apply to be on the show, and then go there to see all of the podcast platforms. So you could see, if you just want to listen to it and subscribe and stuff like that. Bam! Look at this. Can you do full screen or scream? Whew. Screen. I could talk, I swear.
Okay, now I don't know how audio is going to be.
We're going to test it out.
Okay, ready?
Uh-huh. I think I hear your computer and not. Nope. No sound. But your sound is off. All right. Well, anywho, yeah, sorry, Hassan. We're working on it. Maybe stop sharing your screen while you're figuring that out. Anywho, so Phil's episode was amazing because man, by the way, really building anticipation on this Wes Kain podcast, huh? I like it. But his was really good because it was all about getting out of your own way. And I can relate to that as a business owner. It's really hard to let go. And that's where he was successful in the next phase of his business. And he had a lot of really good words of wisdom on how to get through that hump. Not even hump, it's like a ceiling. We reach different ceilings within our business. And I think that 1 million, 1.5 million mark is definitely one of them. And he speaks to that. Really brilliant, you guys. Absolutely brilliant. Really happy to have him back as a client. And he just has his systems and stuff together really well. Okay, hold on, guys. We got an echo.
I think when I share my screen,
It's like a quarter of the way I've received it. But can't I just take Kevin's link and play it on my computer? Like,
it was a download, although that might be.
yeah, but can't I just play it? All right, guys, I got this. Second one was with let me find this, y'all. It was with Wes. Okay, so this podcast that I'm getting ready to play here, which I think I got. Oh my God, look at me doing technical things. Okay.
But you have to get the latest one.
Well, it's from 4 hours ago. Open preview. Let's see how this works, y'all. Bear with me. But okay, preview. Okay, just let me see it. Ah! Can you guys hear that? That's awesome. Okay. Did you hear it? Let me put my headphones in. See if I could hear it. Action here. So that's pretty nice considering we're having these issues. So the microphone is and through this, but it's not working. Okay, I'm going to play this and I need somebody to let me know if you can. Oh my God, I know. Needing a boost of motivation. Okay, please let me know if you could hear this. So funny. Let me know if you could hear it. Why did it stop? So how come there's no video? Why do I only see the sound, Jen? Did anybody hear that? Nothing? Oh, they can't hear it. Well, bummer. Yeah, but it's at 50% and now Kevin's link isn't even working. Open preview. MP3 4. And maybe I don't know. I don't know how to preview it. What'd you say?
Click the link to download it. That didn't take very long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, which one do I download? The MP3 or MP4?
MP4. But I got to give you my
All right. This is taking forever too. So, yeah, the anticipation. I really wish you could have heard that intro. It's so good. Anyway, the podcast that we recorded this week, and that's the thing. We usually do these live, but I've had a couple of guests in person, and there wasn't really enough notice in order to let you guys know that we were recording. So we just you know, we just recorded instead of going live. But Brian Miller from Deck Metrics was here. You know, there's just maybe what it is there's just something about you know, being in person, you know, and that's why I really encourage you guys to go to the different events like IBS and, you know, Deck Expo and Futurescape here in Santa Monica in September. And, you know, we did have to reschedule the Nadra SoCal regional event that was supposed to be this month. But, oh, great. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to see if this works. Okay. Share screen.
You got to sprinkle a little poop on your garden for it to grow.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Plant some seeds to grow some weeds.
Welcome to We Love Deck Builders. Let's carve a path to business growth. One
or you know, when they first moved here.
No, San Diego, they said the weather's 75 degrees 24/7.
Yep.
So you want somewhere to live really nice and go to San Diego.
There you go.
It
Yeah.
is nice.
Now you have Midwest roots
I am from Florida all the way through.
all the time.
All
Okay.
the time.
Okay.
The first time I did get to San Diego was I was in the Marines and we were taking a C-130 to Hawaii from the East Coast, and we stopped for a break in San Diego. So I was at the airport when I was 17 years
Okay.
old. So
Yeah.
that's my only San Diego
Alright.
experience until later on in life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And do you come out here a lot,
I
like
try-
Southern California?
I try to get out here at least once a year, the last probably 10 or 15 years, because I am, you know, with the motocross racing and stuff like that. I'm up at the Pala Indian Reservation. There's a track up there, Fox Raceway.
Mhm.
So I'll come into San Diego and drive up for that, or I'll go to the Supercross down in San Diego, or drive up to Anaheim, or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So yeah, California SoCal
Yeah.
is what they call this, kind of like
Mhm.
a third home to me.
I love it. Fox Raceway used to not be that.
No.
Yeah, I think it was called that.
Called
that-
something else. They just changed it to Fox Raceway.
Yeah.
And it's owned by the Pala Indian
Mhm.
Reservation. So
Yeah.
they have a great race there, an outdoor national. It's a season opener coming up, I believe it's the end of May.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't be able to get there. I'm doing something else. So
Yeah.
my schedule is a month out. here and
Uh-huh.
there, so I got
Yep.
a lot on my plate.
You get around, huh?
I try to fit everything in that I can.
Yeah.
And schedule it properly so I can kill a couple birds with one stone.
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah, I've been doing that since my kids are older. If I go to an event, I'm putting time in to have fun, you know?
You have to multitask.
Yeah.
Not only with your schedule, with what you do too. You gotta keep your finger in everybody's soup.
Yeah.
You know, and do what you can.
Yeah. Live, you gotta live. I always say get out and play.
Get out.
Get out and play.
You gotta get out. And I like that. And that's what we're doing. If you can get dressed every day with something comfortable instead of just regular work boots and work clothes, if you can get dressed every day in something comfortable, you'll make a living.
Yeah.
Or what do they say? If you enjoy what you're doing, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
Same
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I across from Paula is Moto Ventures.
Oh, okay.
And I took classes there and I met a bunch of really rad chicks and I actually went riding in Vietnam with a couple of them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey.
And one of the hardest trails I did, the first hard trail I did was out there in Anza, so close to Paula.
Well, they say when you ride a dirt bike, you ride anything like that, you meet certain type of people, and they're your friends for your life. You know, the moto industry or ATV or four wheel or anything like that, two wheels, it's just a whole different life.
Yeah.
You know, it's different from stick and ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you
Yep.
just got a group of people and they enjoy each other, and you get friends like that.
Oh yeah. enjoying the stoke.
So, okay, I'll keep that one in
I gotta-
vocabulary.
I gotta figure something else out because I like to surf too, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get salt in my hair,
I have my surfboard. There's a whole story about us surfing up there in the season 7 house in Sebastian. So that's a whole nother deal out there with filming and being in Sebastian and Coco's where the East Coast is where to go. And that's a whole nother deal with Rob yelling at me about getting bit by a shark.
Yeah, Sebastian Inlet, right?
Sebastian.
That's where all the sharks are.
Well, Coco, and Sebastian and all
Mhm.
that. It's like if you're on the East Coast, that's where you're surfing.
Yeah.
Cocoa Beach.
Yeah.
There. But we go surfing a little bit.
Cool.
I try to get out there as much as I can.
Yeah.
It's fun growing up in South Florida.
Mhm.
Figure out how to ride your bicycle to the beach with a surfboard under your arm.
Yeah.
Get on the bus.
Yeah.
So
And the water's warm all the time.
it's nice.
At least in, Miami area and your Palm Beach,
Yeah.
Jupiter area, right?
We spent a little time in Miami for sure.
Yeah.
Miami,
Cool.
West Palm. Yeah.
hmm Well, I'm going to be out there in July and what is it? Brevard County?
Brevard County.
Brevard County. I signed up. Well, I follow the Sea Turtle organization group, and you could get on their list and go and watch the sea turtles hatch. So I'm super pumped.
That's what we did when we were working on our season 7 house in Sebastian. We couldn't have certain lights around the pool. You had to be turtle friendly and all that stuff because I guess the turtles were out on the water and they attract light.
Mm.
So you have to have certain lights. So we had to and you wake up and then they got ribbon around the beach and they got
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Like
I've
stay
seen-
away.
I've seen them hatch.
Oh, you have?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
it's a bucket list item for me.
And they scurry down to the water and
Yeah.
you're thinking, I hope that little guy
I
makes it.
know.
Because as soon as they get in the water, they're like open game.
Yeah.
And then when you see a big one, you're like, that guy made through all the crazy things because they're just babies like that.
Mm.
Those
Mhm.
bigger fish gobble them up, and they don't have a chance. But yeah, when you get to see a big one or they come up and you get the chance to see that, I got to see it when I was real young.
Mhm.
Like my parents would take and we go see it. And it's just an amazing experience to see them come out of the water. They crawl up there and they lay their eggs and then they cover them up.
Yeah.
And they scurry back in and then they mark the nest and then there they go. Scurrying. And some of them wash back up and you can't touch them.
Yeah.
You cannot touch them.
Yeah.
It's totally illegal.
Mhm.
Don't touch them. Don't move. You gotta let them do their thing.
So cool. Well, hopefully in July I get to
That'd be
experience
great
it.
if you get to see that.
And then I'll share my experience with you. It's a
Yeah.
bucket list item. And so I got my open dive certification in Jupiter.
Okay.
And when I went down about 40 feet, actually, I think we only went down 40 feet actually, we did go deeper than that. I think technically you're not supposed to. We were probably 20, 30 feet down and there was a sea turtle. And I'm like, oh my
Big
gosh,
one.
this is my deal.
Slowly going through the water like nobody's business.
I'm like, I'm in a freaking fish tank right now. This is so cool.
So you spent some time in Palm Beach County.
Mhm.
Jupiter.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad lived in Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Orlando, and it's north of Orlando, Longwood.
Longwood, yeah.
Yeah. I worked down there for a summer. I worked in a scene shop in Orlando. And it was really cool because I just went to Tokyo for the first time.
Wow.
And I didn't go to Disney, but it was just kind of cool to be there because some of the things that we did, like I would just Bondo and sand things and paint it and basically make metal look like wood
Okay.
for Disney Tokyo.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty weird, huh?
Wow.
And it was in the middle of summer. It was hot.
Oh, it can be hot.
I almost passed out my first day.
It's very humid down there.
And I didn't have air conditioning in my car. And I had a second job at Steak and Ale. And they did you ever go to Steak and Ale?
Steak and Ale, yes. Yes.
And they made me wear these like long sleeve polyester shirts. In Florida, I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
No, you gotta go. You gotta cut that thing out with a knife or something. Get some scissors out. You gotta modify that thing.
Yeah, that's my Florida experience. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time down there. When I was in college, my friend and I used to just drive down and we'd go straight 17 hours from Cleveland, Ohio,
Okay.
and just hang out for a week or whatever. We've got actually she came down to Miami this last time when I was down last month. Actually,
Okay.
was it last month already? Jeez.
You're in the neighborhood.
Whew.
You're right there.
Yeah. She came down and we were just reminiscing, man, because we were down there Y2K.
Oh yeah, it's changed from
Yeah.
old school Miami. I mean, back in the '80s, Fort Lauderdale was the destination point for
Oh,
spring
yeah?
break.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody was there. Then it went to Daytona, and then
Uh-huh.
it got kicked out of Daytona. But
That's when MTV was good.
it was wild. It was wild. And then of course, then it went to Texas, some island over there. I forget they call it. Rob does concerts over there, but yeah, spring break.
Saint Annabelle. Am I saying that right?
Something.
All right.
Saint Padre. Or something.
Okay.
But nah, spring break, and for the locals, it was fun because we would be racing dirt bikes and stuff down there in the baseball stadium, and then go cruise down to the strip and stuff on the way home, and it was just crazy.
Yeah.
Never be that way again.
Yeah.
They've changed it. It's over.
Yeah. The good old days. But we we were underage. We had like a backpack of beer, and we're like walking down.
That's the way to do it.
I think I was 19. We're walking down Miami, and we noticed this big kind of not tent, but just something was going on, like a concert was going on at the beach, and we were like, okay, we're gonna like just kind of peep in and see what it is.
Uh-huh.
Well, it was Blondie.
Oh wow.
And we just so happened to see a little hole in the fence and
So here
snuck
we go.
under it.
Of course. That's what
And
you're
then
supposed to do.
it's a whole story of like dancing with sailors, and I mean, it's a whole thing.
Okay.
We had fun.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good All within the boundaries. Right?
Yes, yeah.
That's right. Right. Good times.
All right. Well, we should probably get to this, huh?
Whatever we're diving into, we're diving in.
It's Friday, everybody, by the way. And so it's kind of loosey-goosey,
Friday.
Yeah. I like Fridays. I used to not like Fridays. Isn't that weird? I was like a weirdo Monday person.
Why?
I don't know, fresh start. Monday is like, fresh start of the week.
But Friday, you didn't like Friday.
Tired,
We're just getting geared up.
Yeah, I
for Friday.
know. Yeah.
We've been looking for Friday since Monday.
Yes.
And we get to Friday, it's uptight. Let's go. Like, where are we going? What are we doing?
My husband and I just got a scooter.
Okay.
We got a Vespa.
Old school Vespa.
Well, it's 20 years old.
Okay.
But anyway, it's cool. It's like our date. It's our date thing that we do. We go and ride. Like yesterday, we went and got ice cream. It was really
So you
cute.
got one or two?
Just one.
So we're okay.
Yeah, it's cute because I'm like a girl that doesn't like to sit on the sidelines. I like to ride and do
right.
everything. But in this case, I'm like, it's kind of nice just to be like the girl on the back of the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around.
Yeah, I'm like
course.
holding my man.
Yeah.
It's nice.
You're cruising. You're out there getting some sun, and you're out there letting it. You got to wear a helmet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Of course.
it's
Yeah.
fine. You're
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about anything. It's
Nah.
like therapy.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
It's a really good transition from work. That's for sure.
Buzz around, get some ice cream, see the sights, sit on a
Cute.
bench.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think people forget about doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like our biggest thing was cruising the beach at night.
Mm-hmm.
When we were younger, or getting a ride with somebody, and I think people forget and disconnect from that. Where you still got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I call it that little window that you crawled through when life was good. You got to keep it fresh like that.
Yeah.
Like being 29 forever. Or
Yeah.
like me and Rob say, the oldest teenager in the bunch.
Yeah.
Keep it like that.
Yeah.
And life will be fun.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. You can't take it too seriously. And I think it's the little moments that are the specialist.
For sure.
Just the small things.
I mean, we've all worried about buying a house, a job, or trying to get this new promotion or something. And the stress, once you get a little older, it's like, okay, I've been here before.
Mhm.
I got here. I survived that. Why am I worried about this now?
Yeah.
And it'll all fall in place.
Yeah.
It just seems that it'll all manifest into place. So just let it happen. I mean,
You know what? But it starts with mindset. And I'm
course.
really, really excited to have this podcast with you.
no, you have to have mindset.
Because you've got it. And I'm gonna pull it out because you told me one thing when I saw you at Deck Expo.
Yeah. I can't remember. There was a lot.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna go over it.
On things,
Yeah,
like,
once we get into it, I'm gonna
Okay.
pull it up because you said one thing and I'm like, oh man, you got to be like you've got a story and it's gonna be inspirational. So I'm pretty pumped to let's get into it, right? Let's put our big boy and big girl pants on and
let's go.
all right.
Let's dig into this.
All right, cool. Hey everyone, welcome back to the We Love Deck Builders podcast, your place for real strategy and honest conversations about what it actually takes to grow in this industry. I'm your host, April Edwards, owner and growth strategist at Deck Builder Marketers. We work exclusively with serious deck builders to help them build profitable, sustainable businesses through smart marketing systems. There's the right way, and then there's the wrong way. And then there's the way that actually gets attention, the Wes Kain way. In construction, most builders are focused on doing great work, and they should be. But the reality is, great work alone isn't always what drives growth anymore. Wes Kain understands both sides of the equation. He's a builder with over 20 years of experience who built a career that extends well beyond the job site. From his work on the Vanilla Ice project to his involvement in motorsports and brand partnerships, Wes has developed a reputation not only for what he builds, but for how he positions himself in the industry. Today, we're going to get into what it really takes to stand out today and how builders can start thinking beyond just the work and toward visibility, positioning, and long-term opportunity.
That's right. Opportunity. Everybody has one.
Well,
when you get one, you need to capitalize on
it. Yeah. We were just talking about mindset, and I'm gonna segue into that. But
okay.
you know, for maybe some of those folks that don't know who this fella is sitting here next to me, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who is Wes Kain?
Well, I'm Wes Kain and you're not.
Mm-hmm.
That's my deal. But no, I got very lucky. I'll go back. How far do you want me to go back? You want me to transition how I got kind of blessed?
What do you do now? How about let's just do that, and then I want to go way back.
What am I doing now? I am. We just finished 2 houses. The Vanilla Ice Beach project. There's 2 houses in St. Augustine that we just did. Rob produced those himself, owns those. So those are on a table for being sold. What I do now, I am an ambassador for a numerous bunch of companies. Vanilla Ice Project is a brand that Rob built, and doing the TV show. Started out with DIY Network and HGTV in 2009. We have 10 seasons, 13 episode seasons out, over 130 episodes, I believe. We've got Ice My House. There's 3 1-hour specials of that. We got Vanilla Ice Goes Amish. There's 2 seasons of that. We spent 2 years, 6 weeks at a time in Amish country in the middle of nowhere, no lights, no electric, and giving the Amish something that they could use in certain builds. Because they have to have batteries and so forth. So those were tricky, but you're talking about putting a $20,000 or $30,000 kitchen that functions off touchless batteries that can recharge, and in a house that's probably worth like $5,000.
Wow.
You know, double OG marble, the touchless faucet, the lighting, the ceiling backsplash. But, you know, we did that, and we're presently now on HBO Max. They're starting season 1 all the way through. So that's been pretty cool for us. It started last week.
Nice.
So I guess Rob said HBO Max or HBO bought out the Discovery. So we're on Hulu. We're on Amazon Prime, where you could download and watch. And now everybody's sending me videos of, hey, you look awful young. You know, our first episode went on air in 2009, so they're showing everything. And I'm doing that. Ambassador for Monster Energy, TEK Roofing Systems, metal roofing. I'm an ambassador for them. Just signed on as an ambassador for a peptide company. Regal Ideas. That was my first ambassadorship, and with Andrew has actually taken me from a person on a TV personality to showing me how to brand and market myself and market other companies and help build them. And he's been instrumental with doing that with me, and we kind of quiz each other now back and forth, my strategy and his strategy. And it gets to where I go, well, you created this. You showed me. Now I'm stepping and going bigger and bigger with other things. There's Fuel Factory. I'm an ambassador for them. It's a racing fuel. I do the moto. I worked for Feld Entertainment for 12 years at the same time of filming Vanilla Ice Project. So I would change my clothes in the trunk of my car at the airport, leave set. They always tell me, you better be back here Monday. So I would take off early Friday, go straight to the airport, off set, fly to, I could have flew to Nebraska, California, wherever I flew. I had to get the red eye back and be on set. But I was allowed to go do whatever I needed for 12 or 15 years with Feld Entertainment. I did Buku Arena Cross. I did a Red Line. Now it's Partzilla Arena Cross. So now I get to do FS1 TV for them. So it's so funny. I call my mom all the time and I go, hey, Mom, I'm an ambassador for Monster Energy now. Hey, Mom, back in 2009, I'm going to be on DIY Network and HTV. And now I call her, I go, hey, I sent her a screenshot. It says, I'm a Fox Sports News analyst now. And she goes, when's it going to stop? I go, it's never going to stop.
Yeah.
We're going to keep growing and we're going to keep doing these things and adding companies and showing growth and just doing it, you know. And hey, I got my street named after me. The block I ran around in Green Acres is called Wes Kain Way. You know, the mayor says,
I just learned about that. That's so cool.
The mayor says this block that you ran on between your ages of like 13 and 17, where it was pretty wild back then. And like, I'm the only guy that's left. Most of them, they went to jail or, you know, just not having it. And I made it. So I go back to the after school, they have a program called Hotspot, where from kindergarten to 12th grade, they take kids in and they get to do their homework and they tutor them and they're not home alone. And I go there and I mentor them about making good choices, doing the right thing. And I tell them, if I would have made bad choices back then, I wouldn't get to do the things I do now. You don't know when those things are going to come your way. So if I got in trouble, and which I thank my mom, she says, you know what? You dropped out of school when you're 16. You're working construction for your stepdad. Yeah, you're making $300 a week. You're doing good, but you need to go in the Marines. So my mom was instrumental in like, you're not doing this. You're not starting this now because like you're 24. Who knows what you're going to be doing? So off I went for 4 years, which probably saved my life.
All right, we're going to stop there because I want to get to what triggered me to, you know, have you on.
Okay, I'm ready because there's so much stuff that we always kick and talk about. So you're gonna have to once you open it up, I'm gonna go back there.
Yeah. So you had mentioned starting your own business very young.
Okay.
So I want to start there because I think that really that with your Marine experience and everything really paints a really good picture of how you ended up here. Because I think, you know, sometimes people assume, right, like bad word. And I want I'm not saying it's just like, oh, like all of a sudden this just happened to you. Like, oh, it was just lucky. That's what I'm saying.
It's called position.
Yeah.
It's position and that'll go back to my dad. My dad was that guy that raced cars, boats, fished. He was just that guy, you know, we're going racing. So, and he was a minor league ball player. So he was teaching me how to field balls when I was, you know, catch and how to play baseball when I was 4 and 5 years old. And with that, there's the cars, there's the bikes, but my mom and dad got divorced when I was probably five or 6 years old. And then she marries my stepdad in 1972. And that's when I say all hell broke loose because he was a Vietnam vet in the Navy. And he was a cabinet maker, builder. And you went to work with him. Like there was weekends, you didn't just sit around the house, you went to the job site. And I can remember being so little, I couldn't even carry a piece of plywood, but you would pull the nails, you would pick up garbage, you would, and this funny thing is I was so little, back in Florida, they had these porches that came over the back of houses and it was just overhang, you know, porch top. And then he would make me dig a footer pad. And back then, before the hurricanes and all that stuff started, I mean, hurricane codes, you could do a column, aluminum column sitting on a 1 foot by 1 foot concrete pad. And there you go. poured some concrete, and then you had a back porch. Well, he would make me dig these things 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot.
Mhm.
And I just dig away. He's mark them out and I dig away. And then finally I got about 12 years old or 13 years old. I'm like, hey, why do you make me dig these things out so big when you're only putting a 1 foot by 1 foot form in there to pour concrete in? He goes, because if I told you to dig me a 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot hole, it'd never fit. So that taught me go above and beyond. If you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So he didn't trust me to say, all right, here's a 1 foot by 1 foot, dig it out. Because this guy's coming in and you're going to put that box in. And if it doesn't fit, you're going to get it. So I think that's what helped me on the show was I had that experience of racing and all that, and it tied in. Now, if I would have been Vanilla Ice's or Rob's best friend and only knew construction, would it vibe? I'd just be that crusty construction guy.
Yeah.
But the vibe that he puts out, racing, music, building that he does, and my vibe, we feed off each other. So then I took the construction part of it, and it was like, you're going to learn how to build. So my mom wouldn't let me buy bikes. When my dad gave me motorcycles, she says, I divorced him for a reason. We're not having that. If you want motorcycles, you're going to buy them. I'm 13 years old buying motorcycles for my dad because I'm working construction for my stepdad. So all this is feeding me, just like my bicycle. I got my first bicycle. Luckily, it was a 20-inch cruiser. They popped the training wheels off of it. Most kids are getting Huppies or getting all these BMX bikes. I got the same bicycle from 5 years old or 6 years old that I took training wheels off of. I'm making that my BMX bike as a 9-year-old, 8-year-old, 10-year-old. That bike I had till I was 13. I saved enough money. I walked into Beecroft bicycle store and I bought the baddest BMX bike that was on the line. And I was so proud of myself because I did it. Nobody gave it to me. I earned it. And I knew right then, if hard work would get you what you want, if you want it and you work hard for it, because nobody was giving it to me. My stepdad, all he got over there with me is you're going to job site, you're picking up garbage, you're going to tote plywood. And tie beams back then, now they're different. They're snap ties. You got whalers. They had tie beam clamps that went over the top of the plywood that went on top of the block. And then they set their steel in it. And then you run a 2x4 whaler on that. Well, now it's different. They just weld both sides and put cleats on it. I would have to move those clamps, hundreds of them at a time, from one job to the other. So transferring in, working, I'm buying things. I'm 15 years old. I'm buying trucks and cars. I don't have a license yet. I'm making money. I bought a $800 68 D28 Camaro. Like now, I wish I still had it. But back then, I'm like, something started smoking on a dash. I sold it to somebody for $500. Like, get rid of it. I need something else. So I'm living this lifestyle. I got my dirt bike. I'm buying trucks. I'm working construction. And I go into Marines. Well, as soon as I get out of the Marines, I'm 21. I want to start racing dirt bikes again. I'm this guy. I've been around the world a little bit. And so what do? I start pouring concrete because my stepdad and his partner, they did shells. So that crew, Mark Bresson's crew, did the concrete. They pumped the tie beams. They did the slabs. My dad did the form work on them. He did the interior framing, bucked the windows out, flew the trusses. Back then, it was just double gables, pretty easy roof. Get up there. And I remember nailing shingles down with the nail, the little stubby nail, the 1-inch nail. But anyway, so I'll fast forward. I'm out. I'm 21. I want to race dirt bikes. I start pouring concrete. So I'm pouring concrete to pay for my dirt bikes. And that's basically what I did before as a kid. I'm going to work. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to enjoy life. I'm making $20 an hour pouring concrete. It's good money. And I'm living with buddies. And then I meet a girl. I think I'm 24. And she's got 2 kids. They're 6 and 4. And I'm like, hey, I really like her. But we can't move on with this making $20 an hour. So one day, just one day out of the blue, and I don't give up easy. I walk around the job. I was working for Bergen Avasta, a big builder down in West Palm, and they're still building. Guy Avasta is still running that. And I walk in to everybody and I go, hey guys, today's my last day. Like, where you going? I said, I'm done, dude. There's something out there for me. They're like, you're crazy, dude. you're crazy. You'll be back in 3 weeks. You know, there's a recession, right? I'm like, I didn't know nothing about no recession. I'm riding my dirt bike, pouring concrete and going to the gym and just living life.
Mhm.
I'm like, whatever, I'm out.
Mhm.
And that's kind of how I've always been as I was younger coming up. Like if I wanted something, I had to go earn it. The bicycle goes back to the bicycle, goes back to my first car. It goes back to my first truck. It goes back to buying my own clothes, because when we were younger, Christmas and birthdays is when you got clothes. You got a pair of shoes,
Yes.
you got a couple pair of Levi's, and well, we got tough skins. The good kids at school got Levi's. So we got beat up a little bit because we had tough skins with the patches on it, or the Roebucks. But that's all part of how kids come up, and you get
Yeah.
tough and you do whatever, and you strive to do something better. And so we fast forward to now, we end up buying a house, and I am pouring concrete for guys for $120 a day. I'm driving around. I get these cards made up, Wes Kain concrete, and everybody's telling me, "You have a license?" I'm like, "No, I don't have a license. I'm pour your concrete. I know you need a concrete license." And there was a recession. I'm driving around and I see slabs with grass in them. I see shells with half sheeted roofs, like people just disappeared off the job. I see projects just barren, and rows of pads and slabs with no block on them, and plywood falling off, and it looks abandoned. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So I start following concrete trucks around. I'm in the morning at concrete plants going, I moved in with this girl. I don't have a job now. I got to get it. And the Marines, you always learn, you got to improvise. You got to adapt, adjust. And that mindset of my childhood, getting after it, it's like, a lesson my stepdad told me. One day I told him, I'm like, hey, I'll go Saturday. I'm going to, make sure I get up. He clicked the lights on 5 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. and I didn't stir. Well, he came in and threw a pot of water on me in the bed. That was the beginning of, when you give somebody your word, you stick to it, there's a consequence. So I couldn't lay there in a wet bed. I got up and went to work. And from that day on, it's like, if you give somebody your word, being on time is actually 5 minutes late. I mean, just like yesterday, I was 24 hours early for our podcast.
Yeah, right.
I was here, right? You're like, Wes was on the scene. So anyway, fast forward to that. I'm driving around and I'm following concrete trucks. And I'm like, hey, you guys need help? No, but I'm meeting people. Yeah, I'll work for $50 a day. I can't go home with no money. So in the meantime, these contractors I was meeting with these projects, they would get a release and be like, hey, I got a patio you can come pour. And we got to finish this up. They're going to release this so we can get a CO on the house. So I would go and take one of those other guys that I was working with, and we go pour. So I'd make like $300. I give them a day's pay. And I started to like, hey, I can make $300 a day, but I can't make that every day because we're in a recession. So I told one guy, his name was Jesse Taylor. I worked for him, and regular guys would leave the job at 3. And I told Jesse, I said, if you work me every day, I'll work for you $120 a day. And I knew at the end of the week, I'd have $600. Now I'm going back to like 1988. And if you go home with $600 cash, you have money.
Mhm.
You can buy groceries, you can pay towards some rent, you can keep the lights on. And if you do that, and then you get one job that pays $300, or you might get a slab that pays $1,200, and you can bring a couple guys and pay them. Well, you just made $500 a day. So that was giving me the, like, there's money to make out here.
Mhm.
I can make this. But here they come with the license. Now that everything's so tight and there's a recession, how are you going to make it? And like I was saying, I would work for Jesse Taylor till my fingers would bleed, pulling straight edge, because my selling point to him was, those guys, your regular guys you're working, they're leaving at 3. I'll take it. You don't have to pay me overtime. Just pay me straight time. I'll work 15 hours for you. I just need to go home with $120 at the end of my day. If it's an 8-hour day or a 15-hour day, I don't care right now. There's 2 kids at home and I'm trying to make this work. How am I going to grow into this? So I get the books. I said, I got to get a license. Well, all the concrete stuff I'm looking at, the weight loads, the this and that, it all looks German to me. And I'm like, told my we did get married. I told her, I said, you went to college for accounting. You don't know enough about concrete, but you know how to learn. I said, why don't you go to a few of these seminars and get the license, state certified concrete license, and you be the brain, I'll be the brawn, and we'll go to work. So she would tell me, hey, you know this guy, you know that guy? They're in there, they're the third time trying to get this test. And I go, yeah, that would be me, but I'm out working. So she gets the test. So now, you know, she's vice president, I'm president. We form Wes Kain Concrete. And lucky for me, I was out there networking so much, just trying to hustle. If there was a stake that had a survey ribbon on it, I would stop and leave a card. If there was an abandoned project, I would stop and leave a card. I just left cards everywhere. Some days, if some of the other concrete guys didn't have day work for me, I would just drive around and look, hunt for anything, any sign of anything that I could leave a card, because I was eager. I had to make this work. Those guys just told me a year ago, you'll be back in 3 weeks. And I looked right at them and I said, I'm never coming back here, dude. There's something for me. So I will tell you, there was a lot of pushing, shoving going on, but I was 24. By the time I was 27, I had 20 guys working for me. I was pulling 500 yards of concrete a day. I had 2 crews. Sometimes I'd run a third crew, and I probably run my first $1 million through my account. Now, when I was 24, I didn't have that many tools, just some stuff, but I had old stuff that I could, try machines. I would put stuff on credit card and just try to make it. And like I said, when those people clicked that I met and network with, here's a card, they all were calling me. Hey, you were here for me. All those other guys that poured all these slabs, they wouldn't come do my work anymore. They were afraid they weren't going to get paid. He goes, but you took the chance. You come in and pour that patio. Or if I told you, hey, I can get concrete at 5 o'clock, it's the only time I can get it, I would be there. I would leave a regular paying day job and go over there and finish some sidewalk for somebody. All these people hit me. I had so many accounts, it wasn't funny, because I got up every day and I hustled and I looked and I beat the ground and I beat the bushes. And there was no internet. There was nothing then. It was, here's my card. Here I am. I'm ready to work. I'm Wes Kain. Give me a shot. I'll do your work. I'll show up and I'll do a good job. And like I said, I ran my first $1 million through my account. And I did that each and every year after that. I mean, I had 20, 25 accounts with those guys running wild, just pouring concrete. There was 4 a.m. Then there's some jobs I'd start at 11 o'clock at night and you just pour all through the night. And then you start doing your day work and people look at you like, oh, hey, no, I've been up doing this since 11 o'clock. Like I've only gotten like 2 hours sleep from 2 days ago, but I built a business. And, me and my wife at the time, we raised kids, paid for houses. You live the American dream. We had our differences. And she ended up taking a business. I didn't know what 49%, 51% was at that time. I had 49, but lo and behold, it's still going. So 30-something years. And now my son, Derek, and my stepson at the time, now he's a contractor. He's got the accounts. I consult for him. I get jobs and he's the brawn. I'm more consulting now with everything I got going. People are, hey, can you do concrete? I'm like, yeah, here, Derek. So I get percentages or kickbacks from him. So I'm still in the game. We're still in the game. But what makes me proud is that she continued it and passed it on down, that we pass it on down. Drew, he does riding arenas, equestrian arenas, is Discount Dirt Works. And then you have, and both of them race dirt bikes too. So we were racing dirt bikes for 15 years and they grew up to be pros. And what they learned, just like I did from racing dirt bikes and being and running businesses, now they're successful, very successful in the construction trade. One's building $1 million riding arenas for equestrian horses. He'll do 4 or 5 a month. And they're $1 million a pop. He's doing it. And Derek's building homes on Jupiter Island. And like he just did a house we call it the Google House out in Wellington, where they're big equestrian development properties. And so I look back and I think about when I used to bring them to the job out in back of Wellington for extra work. and now they're big builders out there.
Mhm.
And it makes me proud that I was able to, be instrumental in them learning how to do that
Yeah.
and the whole thing, And,
Yeah.
and me and my ex, we're still friends, we
Mhm.
talk, and there's nothing I can say. She did a great job. She handled it. She ran it, and I've actually, did jobs with her,
Mhm.
and it's all goes to the kids. So it's all good.
Yeah.
There's proud. We're proud about it,
Mhm.
and when you think about where you come from and how you got there, you think about, wow,
Mhm.
and then there's so many other things that we did in between all that. I mean, like me and Vanilla Ice, Rob are friends at the same time my business is going. So I'm going and helping him. He's on tour. It's like, hey, can you go check this property for me? Can you do this? Because he's got rental properties and owning homes, but he's on tour. So then we're getting a little Vanilla Ice project that we don't know about that's happening that actually became something, because they're like, well, how do you guys do this? Well, I've helped him before,
Mhm.
but now we're on TV doing it. So it's just a path. Like you walk your path and things happen. And, here we are. Then after, concrete, then you got TV, and then you got the racing that ties in. And then we're growing here and all these ambassadorships and things. And it all goes back to how the drive is that I learned. I learned as a kid. Some people get, and I use that word opportunity. You get opportunities, but what do you make out of them?
Mhm.
And I'm saying the only opportunity that you regret is the one you don't take. You take your opportunities. Now, some people say that's too much on my plate. Well, when I'm running 20 guys and pouring 500 yards at concrete, I meant maybe 250 here, one crew, 250 here, 100 here, or I'm doing 250 and I've got 4 other jobs that are 100 yards apiece. You're splitting, you're scheduling, you're on top of things. And it never bothered me. I never laid awake at night and going, oh, I wonder who's going to show up. It doesn't matter. You're going to get concrete. There's going to be guys. You're going to pour slab. You're going to make it happen.
Mhm.
And I look at some people and I'm like, I don't know. How did I do it? Because they don't know what they're doing. So I'm just like, I still don't know. I got taught concrete by a friend. His name was Cadillac, and he taught me the right way. He told me this. He goes, I'm going to teach you the right way, the wrong way, and how to get away. And that's where a lot of my slogan comes from, because there's the right way, the wrong way, and the Wes Kain way. Because we working on these tunnel jobs for Bergen of Boston. There were heaters. There were heaters in there, and you had curtains. So you pour a bottom deck, and then you strip a form and go up onto another one. So this concrete had to cure overnight. So I was great at pouring concrete. It was the magic of finishing. And he's like, I'm going to teach you. So the deck is poured, and he takes a fire hose and just like all over the wet concrete, holds it up in the air, and he goes, you just got rained out. I'm going to teach you how to fix it. I'm going to teach you how to fix it. Now, Cadillac was a little wild. He liked to drink beer, so he was great. I was young. I'm eager. I'm out of the Marines. I'm like 21. He's like, I'm going to teach you, son. So he's kicking him back, and he rains this thing out. What do I got to do? And I've seen it before, but he's like, you're going to fix it, and you're going to finish it. And I did. I let it, squeegeed it off, got it going, finished it. So the next day, and now remember these decks, they got curtains and they got propane heaters under them. So they're going to get hard no matter what. So, because they got to be stripped the next day, because we're in production, we're moving these buildings. So the next day, I go to get on it. I'm skipping my rock. I'm like, Cadillac, it's ready for me to get on. He goes, nuh-uh. He goes, don't touch it. I'm like, it's getting hard, Cadillac. He goes, do not touch it till I tell you. Now this concrete is white as that right there. It's hard as a rock. And you couldn't put a trial on it. And he goes, now I'm going to teach you. Takes the fire hose again. Wets it. And he goes, now you're going to fix it. He goes, if you're ever out on a job and your trial machine breaks and this floor gets away from you, you got to know how to fix it. Because if you know how to fix it, if it gets rained out or the sun burns it up and it gets away from you, there's the right way and the wrong way. And then there's how to get away. And you fix it. And you're going to only be successful in your trade if you know these things. So next thing you know, I got burned up. I got a slab, but in like 3 hours, it's perfect. Taught me how to get away. Taught me how to get my money. He says, now you'll never have a problem getting your money. Because if it rains out, you don't know how to fix it. You're not going to get paid. You're going to be grinding it the next day. Or if it burns up, Trial machine breaks down. There's no cell phones. Remember back then, how are you going to get help? You got to run to a rental store. It's too hard. You can't finish it. You got to have water. He taught me how to get away. So I always will say there's the right way, the wrong way, and the Wes Kain way, where the right way, don't rain it out on me. The wrong way, you let the heaters burn it up. But the Wes Kain way is we fix it no matter what. You don't know how we fixed it, but it's perfect. And I'm not going to tell you what happened. And that's kind of how I live. Like, there's protocol, and then there's shortcuts. And somehow you got to be able to do it. Like, just like on the Vanilla Ice project. We can't get a block delivery for 3 weeks. Well, we're making TV. I need block like 2 days from now. We're not waiting. How are we going to do it? We're going to get a trailer and we're going to go get it. So there's right way. Was the wrong way to go get a trailer and barge into the block supply and tell them, hey, I need this on the trailer now. Wasn't the right way. Or it could have been the wrong way. But the Wes Kain was, we got it. It's on the job. Now we're doing it. So that's kind of where I get that. Like, get out of the way. If you can't handle it, we'll jump in here. We'll get it done. And same with Rob. He'll tell you, you want to go right, we'll go left. We're going to get this done, And that's kind of where that slogan came in. And it's something that I kind of live by,
Well, I think it all started with like a high level of determination. And I say like visionary. And now, like being able to pass that business on the way that you did, it's because of your leadership. And that is why you are where you are. And the reason I really admired that story when you were younger is because it was the same for me, and you learn when you have to, like, but it does, I think, certain people have it too,
It comes from not giving up.
Yeah. Like you're determined, you have a vision, you know that you can do that. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. Nothing is easy.
If it was easy, we'd all be doing it.
Right.
Everybody be doing what you're doing.
But you believe in yourself enough. And I think that's where motocross comes in.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do something freaking crazy, you better believe you're going to land that or whatever. Yeah. You really have to believe in yourself.
I have a few broken bones because I believe in myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I had an ACL.
That's when you over believe in yourself.
My last ride on a dirt bike competitive was 1997, and the boys were really doing good at that point. So I just stepped back and I gave them everything that they needed to become actually beginners. 65 was the bike they're riding, and 85 beginners, and they were competitive pros when they retired and decided, hey, we're gonna go make some real money. And everything they do, I can see it, is from having your bike prepped and ready and clean and traveling on time and doing stuff. And they use those tools. And me, I had to learn the hard way. I had to get water poured on me. I mean, my stepdad, God bless him, he ruled with an iron fist, but he taught me, there's no 4:30 go home on a job site. You're going to work until you get your goal. And on Monday, even with TV, it helped me a lot because you get a storyboard or you get a production board and you're like, we need these scenes and we need all this by Friday. So this is what we're going to do each day to accomplish the goals to get you there. Like in our season 8 house, we find out that it took 3 months to mow the house. We left a couple walls, we added to the slab, and then we built this monster. We took a 3,500 square foot house and built a 8 or 9, I think it was almost 10,000 modern Miami Beach style house. And it took 3 months just to demo it and build a shell. And they showed that in one episode. And then it was, here you go. Well, they dropped the bomb on us. Hey, the kitchen's the first episode. And I'm like, okay. So that means the rest of the house is going to look like a shell and the kitchen is going to look like this $400,000 amazing kitchen. And we did it. And you just have to plan and be in the arena that we said as we were young to be prepared for that. Because most people, I got a friend and he just gets stressed out over nothing. I'm like, bro,
yeah.
I feel I'm just so stretched to the max. I'm like, bro, you should have been in my shoes about 500,000 times. You find out that stress and worrying is your enemy. You have to embrace it and just say, we got this. It's no problem. Like you fly all the time. You've been at the airport, you miss a flight or the canceled. Are you stressed out?
Mm-hmm.
Just figure it out and get on the next one.
Mhm.
You'll get home eventually. It might be a 14-hour day, but you're going to get home and you're going to be good. Then the person that's yelling at the person at the counter and they are trying to help you, then they don't help you because you're yelling at them. Just who needs all that stuff?
Yeah.
Just dig into it, find a way. And Rob taught me a one thing. He goes, I think there's 3 types of people. There's procrastinators and there's thinkers and doers, I believe, where somebody will say, well, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and I'm going to do this, and they never do it.
Yeah, I'll talk.
Then there's thinkers who overthink the situation. They overthink, well, what if this and what if that? And then there's doers. And I think that he's taught me that those are personalities. And you have to think a little bit, but you also have to do. So my mentality is you can drop me in the jungle and I'm going to look at you and go, we're going this way. Some person might think, well, maybe we need to go that way or that way. We're getting out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going that way.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to figure out we're going. We're not sitting here. We're going to overthink this thing. We're out. So that's kind of mentality I have. Drop me in the jungle and we're going to get out of there.
Yeah, it's I mean, you're trusting in yourself too.
Yeah, we're going to get out of here.
And then it's like, well, I've made the decision and that's it. And I'm not going to go back on it. We're not going to go back and forth. We're going to move forward.
We're going to move forward. We're going to tackle everything as they come. And all that, I think, ties in with stuff I learned from my dad. And I tell a lot of kids this, and I use this when I mentor kids. You got a stepdad and your real dad. I got lucky. I had 2 great men in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I took both of what they gave me and made one.
Mm-hmm.
So
bonus dad.
I didn't say, oh, I love my dad so much. My stepdad's a tyrant. I'll never go on a job with him. He wants to work me to death. No, get in the truck, go to work. And I took from both of them and made one and brought them into me, where now I'm racing cars now. I have 5 race cars in Greenville. That's my sanctuary. When I get a minute, that's where I go and I race my stock car. And then I fly and I'll go home or I'll drive, and then I'll do some TV stuff. I'll still consult. I'll still fly out and do a race. I'm doing a race now at Frost Raceway. I'm here seeing you. My buddy is the sound guy for the Young and Restless, and I have a casting call set up with them. So I'm marketing. I believe myself is my own money marketing machine, and that's where it all starts to tie into.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you believe in yourself and you market yourself, good things are going to happen. People are going to trust you. They're going to give you the work, and you say and do, and you under promise and over deliver.
Mm-hmm.
My good friend Harold Martin told me that, and he's a marketing genius with Moto Playground, and he's also somebody who's mentored me along and taught me a lot about marketing and so forth. Andrew, for sure. And then when I go to Deck Expo and I meet great people like yourself, and I listen to what you have to say, you just soak it in like a sponge, and you use it. And you use your path that you walked, and you use the tools, and you don't screw nobody over. You show them how to market their business, how to make their business grow. How did I make my business grow? I had to get out there and get it. There was no internet. There was no, hey, look at me. I'm pouring 500 yards. Click, click, click. Follow my Instagram. None of that.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. You took a Kodak camera out of your dash and you clicked a picture, and that picture's worth 1,000 words.
Well, you know what? So at Deck Builder Marketers, we do digital marketing, but I'm telling you, that old school grit, you still need to do that. And you need to do it in the beginning, no matter what. You're growing your brand. And in the beginning, your brand is very much who you are, and a lot of businesses, their core values stem from the personality of the CEO or business owner,
And that's what we need to do. And a lot of companies I talk to now, this is a brand. This isn't a company name. It's a brand. Wes Kain Concrete, I didn't even know it was a brand. I had a slogan called Pour It Out. It was across the windshield of my truck. Pour it out meant pour out concrete. That was what we always said. Hey, let's go, guys. Let's pour it out. So, but I didn't know at the time that Wes Kain Concrete was a brand. Didn't know nothing about it. It's just my business name. Or Wes Kain. Now it's Wes Kain Enterprises. Because for me, that's my LLC, Wes Kain Enterprises, because now my enterprise is big.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing, concrete consulting, construction consulting, TV personality, construction, soap opera guy or whatever. I mean, event hosting. And it comes from just my pedigree of not having anything as a kid.
Yeah.
Like they say, oh, you must have grew up with a lot of money. I said, no, actually I grew up poor. And that was my
Mhm.
motivation, you know, not having. And I told myself, probably when you start seeing people with nice cars and stuff, I told myself one day, I said, one day I'm going to buy a BMW. I'm going to walk in the dealership and buy a nice car. And once I started my business, I had one every 2 years. I had a BMW every 2 years. I made sure. And Ford would bring work trucks over to me and show me on a job. And I'd say, take it to the house, because at the end of the year, you need to expense out everything, or you're going to pay, you got to do your IRS thing. So you have to not show too much of a profit, but you have to spend some money. And I get work trucks brought to me on the job because my credit, my reputation. The guy would bring it, and I go, they bring two. There'd be a red one, white one. They go, with this one, that one. I go, take that one to the house. And it'd be sitting in my driveway when I got home. But that all comes from hard work. You have to make sacrifices.
Yeah. I mean, I want to use the word hustle, but I don't like it because it's more of like this fire inside of you that like you just have to keep going, but in a good way, not like I'm grinding, but it's like, I know I'm supposed to do this because they're just like you said, there's something I know that is over there.
It's mindset. Mindset, manifest. Just like my racing, when I started going racing as fun, when I had one car, the shop I was riding out of, they gave me a shop and they helped me buy a car. And it was a friend that my sons and them knew from racing. And I was great friends with their dad, but my setup was horrible. I would just do it for passion. I'm racing. And it was the family I'm at now. I said, hey, I watched them and they were winning races. And I'm like, hey, how much to set my car up? $300. So I took my car over there and he's like, how do you drive this thing? Like, it is so bad. And I'm like, I just have passion in what I want to do. So fast forward, I'm getting lapped. I'm getting beat. I'm like a duck, a fish out of water. These guys I'm racing are been like, their grandfathers race there. Their dads race there. The guys I'm racing my age and the younger kids, they've been going to there. It's like the local ball field. And I'm in a hornet's nest. I'm getting whooped up on. So what I had to do in the last 2 years is I've got to invest more into the race shop. So when race season starts, I was sleeping on the floor at somebody's house, at the Guthrie's house, the family I'm staying with that owned the shop, because I loved it so much that I knew I had to do more than just fly in and fly out. I knew I had to make that investment and went and bought a car. And I said, you know what? I need to build one. It's like a house. How can you claim to be a builder if you never build a house from the ground up or a deck from the ground up? Yeah. Oh, I nailed the boards down. No, you're not a deck builder. Like Dr. Dex, that guy's a deck builder. He's taking raw terrain, and that guy's going to put you a deck on the side of a house. Like insane. So what I did, I bought a car, and they were like, you should let that thing over in Greer, South Carolina. I'm like, I'm going to build this car from the ground up. And it took me of going in and out and doing my schedule 1.5 years to build this car. But by building this car and them helping me, guide me, but making my hands build it, it made me a better race car driver. Because now I understand how this thing works. I understand, and I had catch up to. I'm racing with guys that's raced for 20 years and their dads and their grandfathers and the secrets. And here I am, old Wes, TV guy, is friends with Vanilla Ice or Rob, and he does this and that, and he flies around. He's never going to be anything in a race car. Like, he'll never learn. And by them helping me and investing and doing like I did with Jesse Taylor, I'm going to pour concrete till my fingers bleed. I got kids to feed. If I want to try to get in the winner's circle, I've got to make an investment. So for the last 2 summers, from March when it starts and ends in Thanksgiving, I'm based out of South Carolina. I'm sleeping on the floor. I'm staying at somebody's house. I want to be a better race car driver. I have to make this investment. And I built this car from scratch. I had motor parts. I had a racing compartment where you sit, driving components in the cab. And then I had everything from the trunk back. And this car is stripped in 3 piles. And I take this frame and I paint it. Well, I have them paint it. And then I have to assemble it. And I assemble this thing. And now I understand how a car works. And now I can run in the top 3, 4, 5. I can run with the best of them now. But my drive and determination and them telling me, you're never going to be a race car driver, they don't know. Well, they know now that that's feeding my fire.
Yes.
The no and you
Yes.
can't is feeding my fire, because now I'm going back to my childhood where you're not going to make it, or laughing at me because I don't have a brand new bicycle or I don't have a brand new motorcycle. I'm working and buying my own parts for my dad to build my own bike, a guy in the neighborhood. So it's full circle, I think. And like you said, the drive,
Yes.
determination, and it's built in you. You somehow you have to have it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, man. When we talked and you told me that, I'm like, that's where it started, you know, and like, it was just in you the whole time. And I really hope that your story really encourages people, because I think a lot of people get comfortable and complacent and they forget, you know. And yeah, you got to get that fire back, man.
Never.
It's good.
I don't think I've ever lost it. I mean, it's just, there's always something you want better. There's always something, you want to do. And you have to surround yourself with people that have the same drive.
Yeah, you do.
And once you start surrounding, like here I am, I have Rob. I have Rob, and we're doing a TV show. And he's like, hey, I'm not going to give you anything. I'm going to give you opportunity, and you're going to earn this. Now,
Yeah.
He's given people, and if you watch our show from season 1 on through 3, 4, 5, you'll see different cast members come and go.
Okay.
He's given them opportunities, but they can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be rock stars off season 1, or they want to go downtown. They want to do all this. They want to do the wrong thing. And with me, I'm blessed with that, but I'm also busy doing something else. So it ain't just banking in on Vanilla Ice Project to cash in. I'm going to doing moto events for Feld Entertainment. You know, I'm learning and doing that. And with that, you're staying concurrent. You're staying relevant. You know, and just like now we're on HBO Max. Now, people that didn't get to see the show are like, oh, wow. You know, hey, I didn't know you did that. Well, I'm blessed and humble. I don't advertise.
Yeah.
I just do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and try to do good by people. And I believe in not hand outs, but hand ups, and level up and bring people up with you and share advice and mentor. You know, there's a couple kids that I'm an agent for, and they're pro racers. And I try to mentor them and don't make mistakes and try to do the right thing to give them an opportunity to grow in what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the kids, when I go to the neighborhood, I walk in there to the 9, 10, 11, 12 graders. Hey, I'm Wes Kain. I do this. How many people think I've been in jail? Because I have tattoos. And they all raise their hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, I've never been to jail, but I've made the good choices, and I try to do the right thing and you know, do good by your parents. And I go, who buys your shoes? And they all go, my parents. I go, how many of you guys got cell phones? They go, oh, we all do. Who pays the bill? Your mom and dad. I said, okay, so I'm going to put this in perspective for you. All you guys have to do is some chores and go to school and get good grades.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to figure nothing out and have it like we were. You guys are doing great. You got great shoes. You got the brand new Air Force Ones. You got the top of the line cell phone. I guarantee you, every one of you, that's all you have to do is some chores and do good in school.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have everything. And then when you get to college, you can worry about making real money when you get 25. But right now, you're in the best seat in the house. You guys don't even know it. And then they start listening to me, and they're looking. And there's this one boy. He was getting in trouble. I guess he was hanging around some kind of bad kids. They had some marijuana or something they found him with. And I sat him down, and I talked to him. And then I talked to him on speakerphone with his mom present, checked in on him. And then one day, because I would go there bi-monthly and check in, one day I walked in and I go, what are you doing? He was checking kids in the class. He had a little badge on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, hey, what are you doing, dude? He goes, hey, man, you were right. All my friends got busted. Because I told him, stay away from your friends for 3 weeks. Focus on school. Focus on helping your mom around the house. Just trust me. And in those 3 weeks, they all got in trouble. And he saw it.
Mm.
He saw the message I told him. He goes, I'm here now. I'm working here after school now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, we saved one. We saved one kid saw it. And that's the message. You try to mentor and teach people, do as I say, don't do as I did. you know, and that's the way I try to raise my kids in the house. I know I was wild and woolly coming up as a kid and doing crazy stuff. The police were at my house many a times talking to my mom about things we used to do, and you know, drag racing cars, or throwing rocks where you shouldn't be throwing rocks, or you know, doing certain things. But I never got over the top in trouble. I did little mischievous teenage things. So anyway, try to do the right thing by kids and helping them. You know, and going back to that story about me telling kids in school do chores. So I was in a gym by the neighborhood, and here comes 3 guys across the gym, and I look in their eyes, and they see me, and they're like, coming. I'm like, is this something that I did as a teenager? These guys are going, there he is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here we go.
Yeah.
How do I know these guys? And they're coming for me. I see them across the gym, pointing and talking. I go, well, here you go, Wes Kain. You got to pay some dues now. You got to pay some bills.
Yeah.
And they came over and they go, hey, man, you're Wes Kain. I go, yeah. Before I would like point to somebody else and go, he's not here right now. I go, yeah, that's me. They go, hey, we just want to shake your hand, man. I go, why? They go, because you talk to the kids, and now my son is helping his mom do chores. He's taking out the trash. He's doing things. And I go, well, that makes me happy. If we can do that, then that's the kind of thank you that makes you just feel good. And once you you know, I'm not doing anything for reward. I'm not doing anything. I don't do good things to like, oh, I'm going to get something out of it. You just do it. Yeah. Just do it because that's your nature.
Yeah. I mean, I think you indirectly do get what you give out, but you don't, you don't do it for that.
No, I don't do it for nothing. Like, oh, I'm going to tell these kids this, so I'll get something out of it. I don't, we're not doing it like that. You know, I would go in there and give them backpacks with papers and pencils and things for school to go back to school, and some computers and some TVs. You know, you just want to show those kids that, you know, hey, there's some goodness in there. Yeah. And when you hear it from the parents, a thank you goes so much. Oh, yeah. It makes you just like, yeah, that thank you just meant so well. So good. And, you know, then you got Andrew, you know, who takes me from the Vanilla Ice Project in 2018, and he started teaching me about marketing, sponsorship. And I thought sponsorship was, hey, I got a box of free tires and goggles, I can go racing now. Or, but there's more to it now with the social media and the branding and the reposting and the marketing, that, you know, I use Travis Pastrana now for racers, where he is a marketing machine. So Travis Pastrana is the modern day Evel Knievel, you know, X Games gold medalist. He raced with my kids growing up, and the way he carries himself and the way people gravitate to him, win, lose, or draw, they want to give him money and sponsor him and brand him, like Black Rifle Coffee branded him because of who he is and how he handles himself. So in the grand scheme of things, these kids need to start, I try to tell them, you need to be like Travis Pastrana, win, lose, or draw, is the way he carries himself. You know, he's a marketing machine. He's like a walking billboard. He walks it, he talks it, and he's a prime example. And same with the building. Some of these builders, they can build magnificent properties, but they don't know really the marketing end of it. They don't know how to really put the befores and afters sells. That was our show. Here's Wes Kain and Vanilla Ice and Wes Kain. They're going to take this dilapidated house, and we're going to break it down in 13 episodes: the kitchen, the backyard, the master bedroom, the bathroom, the pool area, the landscape. And you're going to see before, and now you're going to see after. Bam, that's the money shot. And that's what I try to tell them, the befores and afters. And these builders are like, I go, take a picture of what you're doing before, and then do something after, and let people see the beauty of it, of what you did. And that is worth 1,000 words. You know,
the transformation
is the money shot. It's like, hey, you give me a nickel, and you're going to take that nickel, and you're going to take it, and you're going to use it, and you're going to give me a dime back. It's just like a pawn shop. The guy takes something on a pawn, you don't want it no more. Or Mr. Haney, he buys something for $5 and he sells it for 10. It's the same thing. It's the same mentality. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. I wanted to get back to what you were talking about with the folks that, you know, just really wanted to be a part, be famous or whatever, like by coming on the Vanilla Ice project, and then they didn't last. And maybe I'm going to get political here, but the point that I really want everybody to get with this is there's no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. And sometimes I just wonder if people perceptionally think that things are easy because people make it look that way on social media.
No, there's no shortcuts. Like those guys thought they were on season 1 of TV, and they deserve a trailer and makeup and wardrobe. And here's what and this still in my brain today. We finished our season finale, and I was getting a ride home by one of our producers. Something was wrong with my truck. It was in a shop. And I asked him, I go, hey, do you think we'll get another season? And what TV shows do, they go to upfronts and they take the ratings, and people want to buy advertising. And if you got good ratings, people are going to buy advertising spots like a magazine or a book or whatever. And you're going to get another TV show. It's called revenue. That's how these networks make money, by selling Ford commercials and bank commercials and Home Depot commercials. So if your TV show is making them $40 or $50 million in commercials for 13 episodes, you're going to get another TV show. If your ratings are garbage, nobody's standing up with $1 million and go, oh, I want to buy in on that, because you're going to get fired by your CEO for giving them that money.
Yeah.
So here's what he told me. He goes, always remember, Rob's your best friend. I go, yeah. He goes, he's the star of the show. If he wants to do the show in his underwear, they'll figure it out. You don't matter. You're just his friend. You can be out tomorrow. But if you play your cards right and you do the right thing and this thing grows, you'll get what you deserve, and you'll get your raises, and you'll get your money, and you'll get your tool allowance, and you'll get this, and you'll get your perks. But remember, there's only one star of the show. And I knew that about being with Rob. He's my friend, but the respect is there that you are a star, whether you're on stage, I already knew that. Just let him do what he does. And ride with him is what he always tells me. Ride with me, ninja, let's go. And we do it. But I already knew that he's the star, and the star is going to do his thing. And whether they cut you out, but it didn't happen that way. The characters grew, and we grew, and we grew, and we were getting signed before the upfronts. They're like, you got another season. They're already on you. It's going to be great. And I'm like, wow. And it took a life of its own, just like Ice Ice Baby took a life of its own. Nobody knew until they flipped that record over from Funky White Boy. They flipped it over, and then, oh my gosh, history.
Yeah.
But, a lot of those guys got the opportunity, just didn't ride with it long. And the same with like Regal and TEK Roofing Systems. Rob has told everybody there's product placement that deals with a network. And then there's local people that will get your cabinets from. I mean, we got flooring from Lumber Liquidators, and lighting from Capital Lighting. But all these people were always told you can always market yourself as seen on Vanilla Ice Project. Use it to your ability. In 12 episodes, we've had 2 companies, Regal Ideas and TEK Roofing Systems, that has used this as an anchor to build their businesses, to use it the proper way. And there's be some people that goes, oh man, I did all the cabinets and I did this and I never got nothing out of it, because you didn't market it right. You didn't put on your van with a QR code that goes to your social media, or did you post those you were going to be on certain episodes? No, you didn't. Where you take Andrew at Regal, he's on a social media. He's on different shows. The beach, where they have the wars on the beach, and doing certain things with building Detroit or building Boston and flipping Boston and all that. He's on all these shows, and he markets his business through that. The opportunity. Same with TEK Roofing. That's another guy. Austin told me a story. He's a third year roofer, and he was doing 5 different jobs, and he's like, I got to do something better than beat my brains out in the hot sun. So his story was 10 years ago, he took his life savings and cashed in and bought a semi-load of $80,000 of shingles. And it's like, here it is. There's your life. What are you going to do with it? And the same story like me is like, we're going to sell these things. And then he patented the stone coated, the metal shingle with the granules on it. And he brings it on the show, and he uses that. We're showing him how to market that. And he's another story that went from $80,000 to figuring out how to sell one truckload and unload it by hand Where now in 10 years, his business, only word of mouth, he's built a $10 million business in Dallas and Fort Worth. And now when he comes on Vanilla Ice Project, we're going, all right, you're going to hire me as ambassador. Here's the vision. You know, we're going to do this. We're going to take a year. We're going to market. We're going to make like Vanilla Ice Project, and we're going to take your company and we're going to showcase it. We're going to do some videos. And for the first month, their social media was like, wait, you have to repost.
Yeah.
You have to, we're doing this and we're doing that. And we're going to make commercials. And I flew to Dallas and I'm on the job and I'm holding shingles and I'm doing this. And, you know, then I go in and I go to ABC Supply, one of the biggest supplies for roofing shingles. And I go to the regional manager that's in charge of 100 stores in Dallas. And I go, ABC, hey, I'm Wes Kain from Vanilla Ice Project TV show. So that brings me credibility. They've seen the show. I want to sell a couple truckloads of these. How do I do it? And then they connect. And now his company in 1 year has doubled that 10 million. And I told his family, we can make this company $100 million company, one city at a time. And they're hitting their marks and they're doing it because they're using the likeliness, the feng shui of the TV show as an anchor, which none, if we walk through the roofing expo, none of these other companies have it. You have something special. And he's seeing the growth. And he's already been offered 30 million. And I told Austin, I said, if your company's worth 30 million, it's worth more. Somebody wants to buy you and know that there's more money to make. I said, we're not. He said, no way. He goes, I'm only 40. What am I going to do? He goes, my goal is to make this thing $100 million company. And I go, that's what we're doing. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. I've learned things from Andrew. I've learned things from Harold Martin, the Moto Playground. And he's has a magazine, Moto Playground, but he's a promoter. And the way he promotes and social media, and he's always filming and putting it out there and collaborating, you know, he makes me a collaborator. Next thing you know, there's 100,000 views. It's and what I try to say is I was private on my social media for a long time. I open it up public. So my growth is natural. I have 19,600 followers. But if you go into my, what do you call it? Okay, algorithm, or you go into my views per month, 475,000. That's a big traffic for only under 20. That's huge. So that brings value to me in what I say, in marketing, in my story, and why we're here. And it's just a whole thing. And when Andrew first brought me in, I remember distinctly, we were in Vegas, we were at Deck Expo. It was me, Dr. Dex, you know Dr. Dex, and it was Kate the builder, and it was Norm. And Norm's the old crafty sea veteran, the old sailor, like Captain Cook, you know, like he's old school. And he's like, so I hire you guys as ambassadors and influencers. How do we know that you're doing the job? How do we know that you're going to bring people? And everybody just sat there and they're scared of Norm. And I'm like, well, I've sat with governors and I've sat with some top entertainers, and okay, Wes Kain, now you got to stand up. You got to spit it. I said, well, number one, you're on a TV show, and that will never go away. That will never go away. That billboard that you spend $100,000 on a year for that sign, it's going to go away. The stuff's going to go away. I said, with social media, we're going to market, we're going to post, we're going to repost, we're going to take videos off your jobs, off our jobs, and we're going to use this flavor of you being on the show and bring that Vanilla Ice kind of morale into your company. And then it was funny. Everybody just sat there. Dr. Tex, you know, he's got 300,000 followers. He's just sitting there like, and Norm goes, well, how do I know? How do you keep track of it? Show me. And that was before you could actually go there and see your algorithm. And I'm like, well, we're going to see growth in your followers. That's all I can tell you. And growth in your business. So the guy liked me because I stood up and I had something to tell this billionaire that's 70 years old that only believes in a dial-up phone. This is how we're going to talk. He's like, I'm not into computers. And it's been magic ever since. He gets it now. He sees it. He loves it, you know, and how's Wes doing? And he asked me, we walked out, what kind of cologne are you wearing? I go, I'm wearing Creed. He's like, man, where do I get some? There was a Creed store and it was in Caesar's Palace. $500 a bottle. This guy buys 2 of them, and Andrew goes, he likes you.
Ah.
So I took that, and I took the things that Andrew has taught me, and Harold, and now Austin, and Rob, and all this is in a spiral of my upbringing, and it's just a big pot.
Yeah, but it's because you show up and you want it. Like you're looking for opportunity, even if it's a learning experience. And I 100% agree.
I'll take it.
And that is power. And again, it's like it's something that you're built with. And for the listeners, you know, there are no shortcuts.
No shortcuts.
There are no shortcuts. And you got to take advantage of every opportunity, no matter how small or anything, because it's going to lead to something else.
Run it to the fullest. Now, with my social media, that's where now I get opportunity to do a cameo and be on the Young and Restless because people see my work.
Mm-hmm.
With my travel, I never say no. I can't do it all.
Yeah.
Rob has told me you can't do it all. You have to pick and choose. So what we're doing, we're not playing checkers. We're playing chess. We're making strategic moves where we're going. Where is Wes Kain going now? Last week, I was at a race, moto playground race, and I was in Illinois in the mud, wearing my sports coat, interviewing kids. Those kids then post picture, hey, I got Wes Kain from TV. He's interviewing me. They're reposting. They're doing that. So now that's growing. And now the same people go, hey, you're in California. Oh, yeah. And I'm doing a podcast, Deck Builders Marketers. I'm here with you. I'm over there at the racetrack tomorrow. And I won't say a word. We'll just wait and post this and tag it and blow it up when it's ready to air. And then you're going to get traffic. And it's all playing chat. Not playing chat. Then I got a DJ Cut. He's over here. He's the sound guy for Young and Restless. He's in there. I need a resume. You're going on. You're going to play a doctor. You're gonna wear that suit. You're coming in.
Yeah.
And it's just so many good things happen when you make yourself valuable. When you market yourself. You're a walking, talking marketing machine. And that's what we have to get builders to try to do.
Yeah.
We have to get them to market themselves. You know, and like if you go on Dr. Dex, that guy's on fire with it. He's making videos. You're seeing his project from start to finish. He's in the rain. He's in there using the tools. And that's why he's so successful. That's why he's not only at the Deck Expo, he's at other building shows because he's a marketable person. Let's give him product because he's going to promote us, which is, you know, you get paid residuals but that's what you're doing. You're investing in this guy and you're going to see the growth, you know? So, and there's been some guys now, I'm not going to mention no names, but there was a clothing company in the moto that wanted me to promote them. So I'm like, okay, we're going to do this social media. You know, we're going to do this, this, and this. You're going to pay me quarterly. Paid me the first 2 quarters. Then all of a sudden you can't pay me the second 2 quarters. So I don't say anything. I just like, okay, so we're done. You broke contract. It's all good. I'm going to be cool. I'll never put my dirty laundry on. That's one thing we don't do. We don't religion and politics. We're not going there. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about branding, sponsorship. We're not going there because there's always bumpy roads and we keep it out. So I did ask him this question. I go, when you took me on to do my part, where was your business? What was your gross? I needed to know this answer before I got done with him. He goes, I was at 600,000. I go, where were you at the end of the year? He goes, I was 1.2 million. I go, oh, so you grew. I was part of that growth, but you can't pay me my quarters. I go, okay, that's all I need to know is if you would have told me you lost money, but you told me you misappropriated and you spent money in the wrong place, that I guided you not to spend. Pro riders, when you have product, pros and teams want free product. People in the moto world, okay, just like T-ball, who buys cleats? Mom and dad buy kids cleats. Professional athletes want free cleats. Give them all your profit. They'll take it. If they're not marketing you and you're not getting no return, unless you land Michael Jordan, you're done. Start small. Sell every kid that plays T-ball a set of cleats. You'll make $1 million. That's who's spending money. And I try to tell him that in the moto world, stay low. Come to the races I'm at. Get the amateurs. They spend money. And he went straight to the top. But he made money, but he failed to include me in it. So guess what? They ain't hear from him for 2 years. he's calling me back now.
Yeah.
Hey man, we really need to do something because he's seeing now. He goes, yeah, I'm doing some things. I said, but we have to clear the first contract.
Yeah.
And then we'll start again. And once I told him what that was, nothing.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I'm good
Yeah.
with it. As long as I know when I was contracted during that time, he doubled his income, I'm fine with it. I did my job. I think I did my job.
Yeah.
And it might have been a small slice of a percentage, but at the end of the day, when we're looking at the pie and we're cutting it, for that year, you doubled your income. And these are the tools that you had there. And I include myself as that tool.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I say success. And you want back in, I'll let you come back in, but we're going to clear one up and then we'll start another one.
Yep.
And then we'll grow again.
Yep.
So,
I love it.
crazy.
Well, I feel like I did good here in terms of pulling out your story. I really wanted everybody to know, and I was interested to know all the details because I knew it wasn't as easy as,
You gotta
you know.
fight.
Yeah.
You have to fight. You have to get up. You have to be the first one on a job and the last one to leave. And that's with anything. It's like getting to the airport. Just get to the airport early. Why do you want to go at the last minute? Get there early, be ready, get a coffee, and that's probably my upbringing of have not had, and then you hear the stories of the person, oh, he had a silver spoon gave to him. It's like my spoon was wooden, Jack,
Yep.
and it was a tough one, but all I can do is share the story, and you have to get up and get after it and be positive and embrace the rain on sunny days, embrace the rain, something good's going to come out of it.
And think big though too.
Gotta think big.
I think people sometimes they don't do that. And I think a lot of people don't give themselves the space to do it. They're too busy just stuck in the same thing that they've always been doing. And it's hard to think big when you're doing that.
You have to know there's no limit. It's orbit, and that's what me and Rob always say. When the TV shows started kicking off, we were like, no, we're still on the launch pad. The booster engines are starting to smoke. And we always said our goal was orbit. We're going to orbit. We're going to orbit, and he's a great mentor of mine. We talk a lot. We go on that back porch and we'll talk about life. We'll talk about things before the music with him, and we'll talk about new projects and cars and just
he seems to have a really good attitude.
Oh, he's
like you guys. I can definitely see.
Never
it.
quit.
Yeah.
Me and him will never quit. And what was funny, we would have a call time on the show and it will always be like 8:00. Well, me and him, not knowing, had a competition of who would get there first.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling up 6:30, 6, and he's like, dude, you beat me here. And I go, oh, me and you were in competition? He goes, yeah. Or he calls me at 4:30 in the morning. You up, man? Yeah, I'm up. Whether you're not or not, and whether you are or not, you better act like you're up. Like, because that guy's just calling you, And there's a competition of success when me and him get together. Like, we're gonna succeed. There's no.
But that's also surrounding yourself with, the people that feed you too.
Well, he's another one. His mom told him, I don't think this music thing's going to work. You're going to have to go get a real job.
Yeah.
And he says, you know what's funny, Wes? He goes, you know my mom. I said, I know her very well. And he goes, it was funny. Like 6 months later, I bought her a house.
Yeah.
And his story's the same. Like he used to dig in the garbage can behind a Nike store to find shoes and break dance down at the mall.
Yeah.
And do all kinds of stuff for $10 to go to the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and that's why he's so successful, because they told him he couldn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tried to take it from him. And next thing you know, he's back on tour and he's doing I Love the 90s and we're building houses and he's an accomplished builder and I'm just proud to be a part of it. He's like I said, the word is opportunity. He's giving me an opportunity and he told me, so I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not a bank. I'm not a bank. But I will give you opportunities for you to be successful in your own way. And then he'll call me and he'll go, hey, man, I saw you over here because I'm proud of you. I'm just letting you know I'm proud of you. And I tell him all the time, I'm proud of you too. He's getting an award, a Florida award for being a big top contributor in Florida by the big industry like might be the film industry or something in Florida, and I had to do a thank you for them. And
Mhm.
I said, congratulations on your award, but first and foremost, I want to tell you thank you for inspiring me
Yeah.
and never giving me up and like giving up on me and giving me opportunities to be a part of this. And I take it and I spread my wings and just gobble up what we can. You
Mhm.
know, we're not doing anything wrong. We're doing things right.
Mhm.
You know, and we're inspiring and we're mentoring and it's great.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah. Kate, well, I just keep saying there's no shortcuts. I
No.
think that, people even think like, oh, well, there's social media and there's this, and those are opportunities and those are good tools, but you still got to put the work in.
Got to put the work in.
Yeah.
The work, you got to grind. Like me always say, you got to grind to shine.
Mhm.
You got to grind to shine. And if you grind on Monday, if you grind on Tuesday, if you grind on Wednesday, grind on Thursday, by Friday and Saturday, something's going to happen. You're either going to have to be wore out or something's going to come through that you're
Mhm.
working for
Mhm.
because, life, it's not easy. You got to put yourself out there. You
Yeah.
got to go above and beyond.
Mhm.
And I try not to surround myself with people that are downers, that are negative. I'm like, you go on over there.
Mhm.
You go there and let me know how your end works out. We're over here.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this happen.
Yep.
And it's just a way I got brought up.
Mhm.
So I believe in it. We're gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Mhm.
Anyway, anyhow, somehow. There's not no in our vocabulary. There's not, I can't, don't exist.
Yeah.
I can't do this, or that's not gonna work. We're gonna make it happen.
Mhm.
One way or the other.
Yep. I love
The
it.
right way, the wrong way, and the Wes Kain way. And I'll stick to it till
I'm gonna start telling my team that the Wes Kain way.
Yeah, because there's the right way, what the book said.
Mhm.
And there's the wrong way. It's not what the book says, but we're going to do it that way.
Mhm.
And then there's my way. It's my way. What I say, my way might be harder. Well, I would say the right way, the wrong way. My way might be the wrong way, but it's faster or
Mhm.
something like that.
Mhm.
Like let's get it
But you're
done.
getting it done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I did want to comment on that earlier. I mean, I think that's what separates the pros is knowing how to mitigate things and fix things when they go wrong, just like bakers. People that make these amazing cakes, what makes them good is being able to fix the things that go wrong.
That's right.
Because things are always going to go wrong.
There's no set plan in
Mhm.
anything. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Mhm.
It's how you adjust, and it goes back to Marines: adjust, improvise, and adapt.
Mhm.
And how many hats do you wear? Like with me in the TV show, I was in production, and then I had to do things Rob needed me to do, and then I had to be in front of the camera. So my job was multitasking. Like I'm in meetings going, okay, this is what we need. This, this, and we need Rob to do this, and he has his thing he's going to do. Like, hey, if we're going to do the ceiling, well, can we do it tomorrow? No, you better stay late because we're doing it tonight.
Mhm.
Like, there's no time clock over there.
Mhm.
And people would like ask me like, so do you guys do so much, and then somebody else comes in, and I'm like, no, we do the work.
Mhm.
Of course, our plumbers, electricians, and
Mhm.
and tradesmen like that, but we're hanging lights, we're hanging drywall, we're demoing the floor, we're laying the floor, we're out there laying sod, we're laying gas line, we're doing, what it takes to
You're
build that,
building that vision.
the deck, we'll use deck boards for fencing if we have to, we'll get it done, we need that done, and we've done it,
Yeah.
calling Andrew, get some stuff in here,
Yeah.
but it's a whirlwind. It seems like a movie, but I don't see no end in it yet.
Mhm.
We're
Yeah.
going to keep on trucking. I get home and we're going to the Lowrider show. Rob's car is a car that we actually got from Snoop. It was a Snoop DeVille. Now it's the Vanilla DeVilla. And
Davila.
it caught on fire and burned. And it is an amazing car. It's won Best of Show at the National Lowrider. So we're going there next week.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to, the boys are all going to pile
Yeah.
in the car. We're all going to go. And Andrew's going to be there. And
Uh-huh.
he's going to come in, and Austin, and like this group we run with. It's like, we didn't run, like, who knows if we'd have ran with this group when we were all 14 and 15. But this group we run with is a group like Andrew, Austin, Fred, and Fred's a billionaire and owns a jet, but he hangs with us and we go to the car shows and we bring the Cadillacs and the lowriders. And it's like this group of powerful people that started with nothing and built it. And we just all mesh. And if you could get us all sitting at this table, it would be like a powerhouse of knowledge, you know? And we just all are going to be teenagers next week and hang out at the car show and dance and make noise and wear our hats backwards and show off our tattoos and our Dickies and socks and Cortezes and have a good time.
Get out and play.
We're going to play. It's like we're going to be teenagers. You know, we're all going to jam in a hotel room and sleep wherever. And
So cool.
But it's like a group of multimillionaires, you know, and we're just going to live it like we're like 17. And that's what keeps us where we're at. It keeps us grounded. It keeps us humble. It keeps us appreciative of life. And shaking hands and making friends and putting smiles on faces.
Well, Wes, I really appreciate you, man. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
I appreciate you because we've been trying to nail this thing down. And I know you probably and I know your marketing and how you do it is totally different. Like you're into logistics. You're teaching people other and it all works. And I've learned some things and curious about it, you know. But we're all trying to, like I say, we're like Jesse James, we're all robbing the same train. So we're all going to be good. We're all teaching marketing, sponsorship, and branding. And the more we can train people and teach people, like me, I get this amazing hoodie.
Oh my goodness.
And I will wear this. Deck Building Marketers.
And
I'm going to say, hey, log on. You know, because we all don't know it all. You have to be coachable. You got to be coachable. Do I have a minute? I have one more minute. I'm going to go through. Now, this is something I teach. Now, if I can find it, this is something that helps me through my day. If I can find this thing, it's going to be gold. Let me look for it.
Man, I really love that you said be coachable because, when my team listens to this, they're going to get it because we have some clients that they're like, I want to grow my business. And this new guy's up the street and never even heard of him, but he's taken the share. And it's because they've hopped on the bandwagon and they've stayed up to date with the times in terms of, you know, doing this digital marketing, getting their brand out there and all of these things. And these people come to us and they want their business to grow in that way, but they're too stubborn to change. They're not coachable.
You have to be coachable. Now, these are 10 things, and I'm going to find it. Okay, here we go. 10 things that require zero talent that will get you the utmost respect. All right. One is being on time. Be on time. For me, being on time, I'm 10 minutes late. So I like to be 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes early. Be on time. Number 2, make an effort. If you're going to do it, make the effort. Don't just say, hey, I'll raise my hand. And then you're just, you're not in. If you're going to do it, make the effort. Have high energy. Kick that door in. A guy told me, Alan Cincerella told me, and he actually was a marketer that set your store up and told you where to put things to get people's attention at the end of the aisle, at the doorway. Here, put this product back here. You want this product here. He said, when they hire you, when they bring you in, you need to be Wes Kain. Kick that door in and don't stand there, shrug your shoulders and go, I don't know. Be who you are. Be affirmative. So have high energy. All right. Okay, hold on. Using good body language. Okay. Using good body language is like me. I'm sitting in my chair. If I was in here with my leg up on the table, you would be like, Wes Kain, what is wrong with you? You are lazy. You're fibbing. Okay, so have
by the way, Wes is all cozy here. I love it.
I have my shoes off. Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, so we have being on time, making an effort, having high energy, having a positive attitude. Positive attitude is like, hey, we're going to do this. I don't want to somebody in my group going, I don't know. I don't think that's going to work. No, let's all brainstorm this. Let's have a positive attitude that we need to get this done. It has to get done. How are we going to do it?
Mhm.
So you got to having a positive attitude, being passionate. This right here, I can tell that you're passionate about what you do, deck builders, marketers.
Mhm.
Your passion is doing what you do, and I can feel it, and I got the vibe. And same here, sitting over here. You know I'm passionate when I'm telling you my
Yeah.
story. Okay, we got the body language, being coachable. Nobody knows it all. And I try to, when I mentor these kids, this is what I try to tell them. If your grandma and grandma, if your grandpa and grandma, or your mom and dad are telling you something, they're probably, you need to be coachable and go, yeah, and listen. Excuse me. Listen to them. All right, so be coachable. Do a little extra. When your mom and dad tell you to, hey, go in your room, pick up your clothes. Well, pick up your clothes and go ahead and put them in a laundry basket and take them in the laundry room and take out your garbage. Do a little extra. Just don't do one thing. Do a little extra. Be prepared. Be prepared. Look, I got a nice hoodie on. You got me prepared. You're prepared to give this to me. No, you were prepared. It was in the box. Be prepared. I came in. I cleaned my shoes before I come in. I was at track all day. I cleaned them up. I'm prepared. I want to look presentable when I come in here. Be prepared. Plan ahead. 3 steps ahead. 3 days ahead. Have a strong work ethic. Strong work ethic seals the deal. If you're going to do it, use all these. Be on time. Make an effort. Body language, high energy will give you, if you have all these, be prepared, do a little extra. That is called having that. All that will take care of your strong work ethic. And these are things that I use in my day. These are things that my kids use. These are things that I print and people take and put in their shop and put in their businesses. 10 things that require zero talent that will get you the utmost respect. And they don't cost you a thing. You do these things, and if anything you can do those things, you're going to make it. You're going to be successful.
That's the person I want to hire because I can teach them to do all the other stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I want a strong work ethic. Like, hey, I want to see it. And in my business, I never made my guys do anything that I wouldn't do. If I had a lake pour and they were going to be out there 2 a.m, Wes Kain was out there till 2 a.m. And if I said, hey guys, go home and get 3 hours sleep, we got to be back out here at 6 a.m. I was the first guy they saw at 5:30 back out there, and they knew and they followed me. And I get that from being in the Marines and also my stepdad's crazy ways of being out there on the job. And, you know,
and you're fireman
and you get the stuff done, you know, and here's my quote of the day.
Okay.
I'm going to give you my quote of the day.
Cool.
Talent makes you great. Talent might make you good, but it's your attitude and your work ethic that will make you great. Get it?
The microphone just dropped.
Am I
That's
right?
a great way to end it.
Am I good?
Heck yeah.
One more time. Talent might make you good, but it's your attitude and work ethic that will make you great.
Yeah.
That's my quote of the day. I'm giving that to you. We could write it on the wall. We can put it anywhere you want. Your work ethic and your attitude will rise above your talent.
So good. So good. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. Do you have any last, I mean, I don't even know why I always ask this, but you've given so much wisdom. Is there any last words of wisdom?
I want to just thank a lot of people that, you know, I want to thank Rob Van Winkle and everybody involved in the Vanilla Ice Project, John Foss, Donnie, co-star, also Regal Ideas, Andrew, Fuel Factory, Mark, TEK Industries, Austin, and Chelsea and family are amazing out there. It's great. So those are a lot of people that are instrumental. I have Monster Energy, of course, Monster Energy, Tucker Trucking, Rockwell Watches, Atlas Speed Factory, DBK Clothing, so many others, Michael Walker Brewing, Kurt Busch, that's in my racing program. So many people are helping me out. Guthrie Performance Chassis, that family is just instrumental. Knox Ray, Eddie and Jessica coming in, always giving me a start in racing, and then Steve Guthrie helping me out, and Papa and all that whole family down there in Powdersville. They just open arms out there, and they make sure that I have what I need and take care of me and just go above and beyond. So many people, Alpine Stars, there's so many people helping me out and making this what it is. And Deck Stars and JC Customs and Farm Boys and Discount Dirt Works and Discount Development. They're my sons. And it's just a lot of people that I surround myself that really give me the go ahead.
And I'm sure it's the same. It's reciprocated.
We do our best. We try our best. Bump Box, great bump boxes. That's where me and Rob get all our boom boxes from. So any of these people you can see on my social media. You can follow me at Wes Kain Originals or just Wes Kain. I have two, one for the original, the clothing line. I have skateboard decks. I mean, we didn't even get into none of that.
Oh, man.
That's, skateboards and shirts.
See, now my son would listen.
We have so much stuff going with that, and coffee cups and keychains and t-shirts, and just so many people that are behind this machine that we call it that just keep this thing moving, you know.
Yeah.
My Moto World, Harold Martin, you know, Moto Playground, Laney, Blake and the boys, Jackson, and so many of those. I'm with them at the races, and they've taught me so much. And you know, I can't say enough again about Andrew and Austin and the whole thing. It's just I could go on with thank yous. Yeah.
So amazing.
And of course you, April. You believed in me, and I don't know what you might have took of me when you first met me. I'm a little out the box, but that's what Andrew says. We gotta have you out. You're out of the box, so you come in.
Yeah.
And, you know, you bring something to this.
Yeah. You got to be bold and memorable and yourself and authentic.
Kick the door down.
And have the energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Have energy. Energy is key.
Yep.
So I'm pumped and I'm very thankful.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it. This has been good. And again, I just really want to reinforce that there are no shortcuts.
There's no shortcuts.
Okay, you might see these things on social media and think everybody was just lucky and they're there, but everyone's here. They got to where they are because they worked hard in some way, shape, or form, and they had a vision or determination, and they wouldn't let anything stop them until they got there.
Got to have battle scars.
Mhm.
If you don't have no battle scars, you ain't been in a battle.
Yeah.
You got to get through the trenches. You got to swim through those trenches and here's my word of wisdom. You got to sprinkle a little poop on your garden for it to grow.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Plant some seeds to grow some weeds.
So good.
You got to have it.
Did you start rhyming because of?
No, it just
Okay.
well, I
Did you dance before?
I do have a friend. Oh, Rob told me my dancing's horrible. Like I can crip walk, but he always tells me to stand in the background and wave your hands. Wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. He goes, don't.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, he's got a music room, so he's got a couple sets of drums, so I can follow him on the drums. So we went to Guitar Center one time, and they do lessons, and there's drum kits and guitars and stuff. So I sit down on some drums in the middle of Guitar Center, and I'm with him, and I start banging, and he goes, "Come here, no, don't do that, not in here, because you're with me. You're supposed to know how to play drums, and no, don't." And I go, "Okay, thanks." He laughed at me. He goes, "I'm going to save you."
He's
So
just like,
he goes, "Get over here. I'm going to save you, dude. Do not do that in public."
oh man.
Oh, man.
All right. I guess we should call it quits. It's
Yeah.
5:30 on
I mean,
a
we
Friday.
could go on and on. Yeah,
I
let's
know.
call it. Let's call it.
Yeah. But maybe we do it again.
We're going to do it again.
You know, it's good when we don't want to stop.
Well, we can do it again in a year and see where we grow from there.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, the new vitalityresearch.org. We'll see how the peptide things go.
Yeah.
TEK Roofing, Regal Ideas, the Fuel Factory,
Mhm.
Moto Playground, the Benai's Project. You know,
Mhm.
we'll see where we're at now. Let's see what we add to the mix
Mhm.
in a year.
Yeah.
Let's grow.
Oh,
Let's make some of these companies grow and make millions of dollars.
yeah. Yeah. And I always say to make an impact in other people's lives. You know, it's not just about making money, it's about taking care of people, you know?
Make impact.
Mhm.
No hands out, hands up. Let's bring you up. Let's level up. Let's
Yeah.
go. You're a part of this. When you sit at my table, everybody eats.
Mhm.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We don't count you out. We got room for everybody.
Love it. Well, thanks again. Really stoked. I think we've got so many good things in here, and I'm gonna have to get that list of 10 from you
Got it.
before we leave.
Got
But so I hope everybody enjoyed this. I think that this was such a good conversation and super inspirational. I know it was for me. I'm really glad to hear your story. So another word I like to use is intention as well. You know, I think that you need to go into things with intention. And I see that in you, intention, and, you know, whatever you want, whatever you do, you need to go into it with intention.
Good intention. Expect nothing out of it. You're not doing it. You're doing it from your heart. You do it from your soul. And what comes from it comes from it. There's no angle. You got to do the work. There's no shortcuts. There's no angle. You have to go into it like, hey, we're doing this. What's the best approach? You know?
Yeah. So, I mean, Wes, your perspective goes beyond just the job site. And this conversation was a really good reminder that staying out in today's market requires more than skill. Like I said, intention, consistency, right?
Yes, you got to be consistent.
And more importantly, a willingness to think differently and to think bigger.
It's part of being coachable. You know?
Yeah.
Think outside the box. You know, and I think we were at Tech Expo and a guy was saying, well, I want to go into another county. What should I do? Should I go take Facebook Marketplace ads out in that county and maybe you get one job? And then if you get one job, now you're over there. You have a reason to be over there. Me, I was driving around passing out cards. He says he's so busy now with his business here, he wants to grow into another county. I said, then you got to reach out over there. You know, you got to reach out.
Yeah, be present, be visible.
You got to reach out somehow. Facebook now, use the tools here. Facebook Marketplace, use social media, tag something over there. People are scrolling all day long. You go over there, bid that job. You might get that job. Then the neighbor wants a job. Next thing you know, you got a crew going over there every day.
Take advantage of the Facebook groups, you know?
I'm always on Facebook.
Next door, all that stuff.
Looking. I'm always looking.
Yeah.
I'm always looking. I buy things here and I put them in somebody's truck heading back to Florida. And the next thing you know, it'll be at my house. Strike while Aaron's hot. Don't sleep on it.
Do you have a lot of stuff in your garage? The secret's out.
I have a lot.
Yeah. Lots of toys.
Sometimes I buy things I don't need. So I have to pull myself off Facebook Marketplace. Hey, I mean, I'm landing in Charlotte. I'm buying a pair of $20 coveralls from a whatever. They're going to be outside of somebody's house. I'm going to leave the money on the barbecue grill. And then I'm going to go back to Greenville.
That's funny.
Because I'm like, I'm tired of getting my clothes dirty, crawling around and working on this race car.
Instead
of going online and buying it off Amazon, I'm going to buy a pair of $20 XL worn one time Dickies from somebody in Shelby, North Carolina. I can't wait.
My son, I can't remember, I was going to try and find the site, but he buys used clothes off of this site, and he finds all this like vintage. I mean, it's crazy to say vintage, but like old original skate apparel.
Hey, Jinkos are coming back.
I know.
I went to the mall to do something. I think I was going to Apple. And I'm walking through and I'm looking like, wait, all these fronts have bell bottoms again. Big, oversized, big pockets. The pockets on Jinkos goes from your waist down to the middle of your thigh.
That's why you need a long chain.
And then I see people wearing them. I go, they're coming back. The Cavaricis are going to come back. Everything's coming back. And it's going to be amazing.
I'm trying to think of the site. Doesn't matter. I think it starts with a D. Anyway.
Oh, boy.
If you're young, you probably know what it is.
I can't wait.
All right. So for those of you listening at Deck Builder Marketers, we help deck builders create marketing systems that attract the right clients and give you more control over your business so you can stay focused at what you do best. If you're ready to create a marketing system that actually works for you, book a free growth strategy session with me at deckbuildermarketers.com/strategy. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, follow, and leave us a review. It helps us reach more deck builders, and it truly means a lot to our team. We also post all of the upcoming podcast episodes, and you can always catch replays of the old ones at deckbuildermarketers.com/podcast. So you can plan ahead. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, keep moving forward. Bam!
That was
We
pretty
did it.
That was-
Hey, Deck Building community. Enjoyed the show? Hit subscribe and give us your thoughts. We love hearing from you. Ready to level up your business? Visit deckbuildermarketers.com. Check out our services and let's build your success together. Don't forget to download our free guides. They're a game changer. Thanks for tuning in to We Love Deck Builders and see you on the next episode.